And we're live. We are live. And I'm at Jen's house. So I don't have to finish this video quick and drive over here at 100 miles an hour. So we're here. But big news, big news, big news. Bam! It is done. And the tutorial video is up. And the tutorial video is like, and I'm not a teacher. I'm just wiring these things up. I still haven't taught any classes about electrical circuits or any of that, but it's a pretty extensive video. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes long. 2 hours and 43 minutes long. Sorry, Ella's over here trying to make me laugh while I'm on video. But yeah, that 2 hours and 43 minutes, it pretty much teach you how to wire a saber from front to back. So it was pretty awesome. I figured maybe you guys want to see this thing go. The only thing I haven't finished up is I got to clean up this second switch, which it looks pretty good, but I want to put something else in there. I shouldn't have drilled out that hole. And I got to clean up the area around the recharge port where I had to machine that. That's awesome, Rich. You know what? I want to work for SpaceX when I retire. That's my my dream. So yeah, the NASA shirt that I have, there's a funny story about that. So I was I'm actually putting the blade in this saber so you guys can see this thing fire. This is where the fun begins. That's right. That's an Anakin line. So the funny thing is, the other day I put that sweatshirt on, and it looks like Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. It's kind of nerdy. Yes, you're right. I did wear that in the video, but I was going to get in the car the other day. Oh yeah. Oh, she's rolling her eyes now because I'm going to tell the story. Might as well make it public. I'm sharing personal stuff with you guys. So I go to get in the car, and Ella says, "Mom doesn't like your sweatshirt." Jen got all mad at Ella. It's like, "Don't tell him that. I didn't say that." And what Jen said is, "Oh, look, he's wearing a spacesuit." Oh, I got a kick out of it. So yeah, I wear nerd stuff. But anyway, room. There we go. Bam! Look at that cool shine through on there. That's pretty awesome. It's got localized lockup. That ain't gonna show up on this camera, I don't think. Yeah, it's not gonna show up on that camera. This camera stinks. But that saber is done. Of course, it has color changing and all that stuff. There's the external recharge port there. And then the 2-button solution. It's only supposed to have 1 button on this saber. It's got 2, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I'm proud to be a nerd. Yeah, so this is an Ultrasabers Kanan Jarrus. I forget Ultrasaber's name for it, but it's in the link on my tutorial vid. I like it. I think it came out great. I think it's a good looking saber. This is now installed with Proffie 2.2. And for those of y'all that didn't know, there's like a 2 hour and 43 minute video of that saber being installed from head to tail. When Shamim took all his videos down, it was kind of stinky because I learned a lot from Shamim, but I also learned a lot from Mad Cow from the custom saber shop. And nobody was really doing install videos on Proffie or Teensy Saber. That's pretty much, that's right. It's called the Spectre. That's right, Michael Dallin. I think it's like 180 bucks empty from Ultrasabers, but yeah, so that thing's on there. It's installed. It's awesome. You guys can go watch the video. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that install video. It's like 2 hours and 43 minutes long. Yeah. Rich, the only thing I can think, and I don't want to get into too much conjecture because I still hold Shamim in high regard. I think maybe the IRS caught up with him. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking he had to dump, all his sources of income really quick. Yeah, well, he was monetized. I mean, he had, he must have, I think he had like 20,000 subscribers, and you know, I think the IRS caught up to him because he had income coming in from Sabers, he had income coming in from, you know, the sound fonts, and you know, of course, his YouTube channel was paid too. So I think that's kind of what got him. But at any rate, you know, when Shamim took his videos, kind of because some of his videos kind of helped me get started. So, you know, that's why I kind of started this channel, was trying to help other people because there really wasn't a lot of help out there. Uh-oh, my connection's unstable. Please wait while we're trying to reconnect. Can y'all still see me or hear me? Can y'all still see me and hear me? Had a weird internet connection deal going on there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but I got a message saying my internet connection was unstable. But got another Ultrasabers for those that hadn't seen it. I'm going to sneak it up into the camera. Y'all have seen these like stunt sabers from Ultrasabers? And bada bing, this is what I did to it. It's got leather wrap on the rear. It's got this control box up front. This one's touting CFX, and the cool part about this one is the NeoPixel accents.
Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you?
The I put SMD accent LEDs on there, and they go through all kinds of sequences.
More smiling faces.
Isn't that awesome? Those are all, there's 8 SMD LEDs there going back and forth. But
there's never time to limber up.
They do all kinds of sequences. What do you think of stock custom work Sidious lightsaber crystal chamber reveal? I think I saw pictures of it, and I think it's awesome. You know, Dimitri's kind of no, I know. So I mean, these things from Ultrasabers, I don't like them when they're plain. But I did this one, and it kind of has like a megalodon tooth there in the shroud, and here's like a fang, and this is like the nose of the shark, even though it's a little crooked. But you know, whatever. It's custom. It's all handmade. I did it, and then I put the TCSS control box there with the 2 illuminated switches. Of course, it's got the MHS V6 chassis with CFX. And, you know, last week I was kind of down on CFX a little bit, but I wanted to kind of show y'all how it sounds. So this is Force Effects, the Negotiator.
You can't win.
So it's actually pretty good. You know,
you're wasting your time.
Yeah, I mean, CFX is pretty good. You got to tune them. I've been working on that and, you know, tuning it. But right out of the box, well, that's Anakin. This one's going to be for sale on my YouTube channel here shortly. I'm doing some more upgrades and tweaking on the configs. But this lightsaber and and this Ultrasaber Spectre are both going to be for sale on my YouTube channel shortly. I'll be selling both of these off. That's why they were installed. That was my intention all along, is to go ahead and sell them. Although that Spectre is so nice, when you hold that Spectre in your hand, the way that the toe, I forget what that's called. That I think it's called a tomfu or whatever right here. When you're holding this saber, oh my god, that thing feels so natural in your hands with this, you know, the guard right here. Thing feels awesome. And even the switch box, I mean, everything on this saber, it's definitely a two-handed saber, but it feels real ergonomic just holding it like this. I really like this saber, but I'm going to be selling this one off. You know, I'm not sure. The Suba, that's right. That's what it's called. Obsidian Gamer, thanks. I forgot what that was. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to value them at. I've got to total up all the parts and time I've got into both the installs and, you know, put the videos together, and then I'll come up with a price. You know, without the blade, they're probably going to be around 600, 650, 750. I don't know, somewhere in that range. You know, anywhere from 600 to 750. I have to total up the parts I have on them. You know, I think the most expensive part on this saber is really this control box, and you know, and the leather. Everything else wasn't that bad, but oh yeah, yeah. Then that Spectre. When I first saw it, do you take Republic credits? And Republic credits are no good here. I need money. Yeah, that Spectre, I do like it, and a lot of guys, you know, dislike and hate on Ultrasabers, but I mean that hill is pretty awesome. And not only that, like when you take the blade out of it, you know, the way I installed it, and it's not just the way I installed it, it's the way it is. But you know, you can take the head off of it just like he does in the TV show Rebels, and you know, have it separated into two pieces. And you haven't messed with the install because there's the install, so it can be separated into two pieces just like he did on the TV show, which that's pretty cool. Um, you know, I know. So I mean, that's, you think about that. So this is this. Look at the blade depth on this. That's not even coming close to the connector. The connector's here. Look, you still got blade depth in there. So this thing has, I don't know, 5 inches of blade depth. Republic credits will do fine. Don't be waving your hand around like that on me. Jedi mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. Yeah, only money. But man, I really like this hilt. I really wish Ultrasabers would do a 2-switch solution on this. I mean, I had to, you know, do this second switch solution there. And I did not use an illuminated switch here because I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't like illuminated switches as much as I used to. But yeah, I mean, those sabers both came out pretty cool. They're both going to be for sale soon. I think I got about 4 or 5 sabers I got to ship off this week. So last week and the week before were really busy building lightsabers. A lot of 501st Legion stuff in my garrison. A lot of unexpected sabers arriving at my house, and I'm like, oh my god. So I, you know, do a lot of saber installs for my garrison, for the Carolina garrison, and they jump line. I know everybody else is going to hate that, but garrison first. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way you could do that. Yeah, Rich, you know, I used illuminated switches on this one, and they're actually off right now because it went into,
Surely we can be civilized about this.
it went into deep sleep. But you know, I used them on this, and I have illuminated switches in some of my other sabers, but here lately, I don't like them as much as I used to anymore. I think it looks more realistic just with metal, like heavy metal. That's it. And especially on this saber, everything on this saber is black and silver. If you use some cheesy illuminated switch on this, it would break up all that black and silver. And to me, the black and silver on this is what really set it apart. I love it. Well, you know, Obsidian Gamer, the one thing you got to think about is you need to check out MHS. I'm going to type it in there, at the Custom Saber Shop. You know, Saberforge ass parts are not the only thing out there for building your own sabers. I'm actually more inclined to MHS parts, and they got MHS V1 and V2 versus Saberforge, and you know, there's a lot more to choose from, and their customer services is, you know, actually a lot better than Saberforge. Well, uh, they are more plain when you order them plain, but you can also order them weathered, and you can order them powder coated and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, they look plain when you order them plain, but you can have them do custom stuff to them. You can even have them do etching work. You can have them do where they, I forget what it's called, where they actually stamp the metal with a roller. Oh well, I forget what that's called. Enoch Route 505 is going good. Yeah, there's a good Proffie install vid. It's like 2 hours and 43 minutes long, so set aside an entire night to watch it. It's worse than a movie. It is worse than a movie. Oh yeah, I like helping people. Yeah, MHS is customizable. You just have to know how to order it. I know the Custom Saber Shop got backlogged on orders there around Christmas. Oh yeah, you can order them powder coated. You can order them with knurling. That's the word I meant to use. Knurled. They can knurl the parts for you. They can actually cut in switch holes, and then it's raw aluminum, so you can weather it yourself. Some of the Saber Forge stuff, everybody gets all, they like the look of it. Well, you can make MHS stuff look like Saber Forge. I'm away from home, so I don't have some of my MHS sabers where I can show you some of the stuff I've done to MHS sabers. But this Ultrasabers saber was actually built with MHS parts. This is an MHS control box, and this is MHS shroud from the Custom Saber Shop, and the chassis in this is MHS V6. This is a Custom Saber Shop MHS V6 chassis. This chassis that's in this saber, and that chassis is installed just like Mad Cow installs the MHS V6 chassis. I used his same methods there. So yeah, I mean, Custom Saber Shop is definitely something you want to look into. I know around Christmas they're a nightmare because they get backlogged with orders, but usually the rest of the year you can pretty much just sure you're going to get your order that same week with Saber Forge. Good luck with that. Their customer service not so good. Yeah, I mean, control boxes, they get in the way, but on this saber, the way I mounted that control box, it actually works because where you grip the saber is really, in that recess. So the control box is rather convenient on this saber, but on a Graflex, it's right in the middle. They really get in the way. On this saber, I like where this control box is at because it actually matches how your fingers wrap when you're holding the Suba. So to me, where that control box is at on this one, that low profile slanted control box, I love that thing. It's perfect. It fits well. I do, Bakoven, and I'll throw the link in here for you. Stand by. Oh, let's see here. I'll throw the link in the comments. Y'all don't go anywhere. I'm going to throw the link in the comments for that video he just asked for. Oh, there it is. Oh, let me share that. Copy. Go back to my stream here, and I'll paste that link right in. Bam. There's the that's the Programming a Proffie 2.2 video. The link's right there, vacant, so you can go check it out. Yeah, SaberForge lead times are bad. Longer saber with control boxes works well. Yeah, this Ultra Sabers is a pretty long saber, and that control box being at the front really doesn't affect you because you're gripping here and here. So that control box is up out of your way. Same thing on the same thing on this other one. Yeah, I mean, everything's coming together. Everything's, but MHS is good stuff. The funny thing is, oh yeah, well, the pommel on this Ultra Sabers, here's another little secret for y'all. If you find an Ultra Sabers you like, you can order the stunt version. This was a stunt saber when I got it. And then you can get these, you can get whatever pommel you want from the Custom Saber Shop. And Custom Saber Shop, hey, you're welcome, Sergey. The Custom Saber Shop, their modular hilt system, V1, the threading in Ultra Sabers all works with MHS V1. So you can use MHS pommels on Ultra Saber stuff. How's the blade depth with that control box up close to the NeoPixel connector? Okay, so that's funny you say that. The control box is actually over the NeoPixel connector, and in fact, you can't see it, but the screw that holds the control box into the hilt, which is underneath the lid, actually is also my retention for the NeoPixel connector. So the blade depth is actually, I'll show you, substantial. Bam. There's my NeoPixel blade plug, so you can kind of see where the connector's at. So you still have, that's a good almost 3 inches. Oh yeah. Well, every saber has engineering stuff going on in it, and this one had a lot. There was a lot of thought process to where this control box went, and so the way I placed it so the screw that holds this control box in and holds this shroud on, and the shroud in place, goes down into the saber, and that screw actually acts as the retention for the NeoPixel adapter that's down in there, and it let me continue to have really good blade depth. So yeah, you had to really think that through. Yeah, I mean, you can buy Ultrasabers, empty hilts, and turn them into good stuff. I think the complaint most of the people have with these is they're so big. I mean, but I still think the Spectre is a great hilt. But yeah, I mean, it is humongous because I'm 6'3" and I'm a big guy, and that is a two-handed saber. So like a normal size human being, this thing is humongous. It's a big lightsaber, and so is this one. But you know, they still work. They still work. But wanted to make sure that y'all knew that the tutorial video was up and that you guys can go catch that. And if you're working on installing your lightsaber, I think that's a good place to start. But those two sabers both came out awesome. The oh, that's okay. I posted the link. If you can see the comments up above, I posted the links for you. So it is in the. I'll post it again. It should still be on my clipboard. Bam. There's your program and a Proffie link. So hope you got that. But yeah, we've been killing it with sabers this last week. Been getting a lot of sabers churned out. And I was saying before, the 501st Legion guys, thanks Ray. A lot of the 501st Legion guys in my garrison, when they send me their sabers, those sabers pretty much take priority over oh yeah, well the Savi's workshop sabers are big, but the 501st Legion sabers coming into me are really taking up a lot of my time right now, and there's a lot of them. Some of them are simple, some of them aren't. But I also have MyComs, which I wanted to talk about MyComs this week, but since I'm away from my house, I don't have the stuff to demonstrate the MyComs for you. But hopefully next week I will be able to demonstrate some MyComs on Megtooth Monday, and we can show you all the other electronic stuff that I'm involved in. So between MyComs and lightsabers and my normal job, I stay pretty busy. As a matter of fact, this morning, to give you all an example, so today's Martin Luther King Day, and in Wilmington, North Carolina, we had a parade, and I played bagpipes and actually lead our bagpipe band and teach bagpipes. I didn't know if y'all knew that. But this morning we marched in the parade here in Wilmington, North Carolina, and it was freezing cold. And I got home and basically took an hour-long hot shower trying to warm up my core. It was freezing cold. And my girlfriend and Ella came to watch, which was really nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm busy. Full-time at my normal job, plus the bagpipe band, building lightsabers, MyComs, and scuba diving, and playing hockey, and squeezing Jennifer in when I can. I have seen that Jedi Killer run, and it's funny that you bring that up because I don't jump on many of the runs, but I am probably going to jump on one of those. That Jedi Killer hilt, which was, and for those of y'all that don't know, the Jedi Killer was basically, it was artistic rendering of what Kylo's saber should look like, and they actually kind of took some of that saber and put it in the real prop that was in the movie. So what was drawn by the artist wasn't really what was used. Yeah, well, I will show you next week. So MyCom is basically, it's a device you can, if you just put what I put in on the comments on Facebook, you should be able to find MyCom sound rigs. It's basically a rig for costumers, mainly from the 501st Legion, and it's got 8 triggers on it and a board, and you can make your costume character sound like the character. And the way it's designed is just like Disney's experience, so you can interact with people, so you can actually carry on a conversations with how the buttons are programmed, and it's pretty cool. We currently have MyComs for Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Jawas, Kylo Ren, Stormtroopers, First Order Stormtroopers, uh, Boba Fett, and Baust. I think that's all the current templates we have. I know we're working on one for Mandalorians and the Mandos and the Mando Mercs. So it's basically a costuming thing. 501st Legion mostly, but Mando Mercs and the Rebel Legion as well. Mercs, they're all helmeted. They're not allowed to take their helmets off. They're not allowed to show their face to another living being. Ever. This is the way. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. By the way, hashtag nerd up. That was for Birch, who didn't make it. Anybody catch Birch's stream the other night? Yeah, Obsidian Gamer 99. So I am a Kylo Ren in the 501st Legion. I am DS74759. And it was not easy. I did not go out and buy my costume. Pretty much made everything except for the boots and the gloves. The boots and the gloves I did buy from aftermarket places, but all the soft parts of my costume, I sourced the material and hand sewed myself. Somebody's trying to sneak in here. But it would have been very expensive if I didn't do that. But I did sew on that costume for about 9 months. And I have a bunch of tutorials from my costume making that are on the Sith Lord detachment in the 501st Legion. So it was kind of budget from that perspective. It didn't, I mean, some of these guys are paying, $15,000 for that costume, and I made mine for a lot less than that. I think I showed my helmet in some of the live streams, and it was a Black Series helmet, but I did heavy modifications to it, including reglassing, repainting, redesign of how the jaw is laid out, and the faceplate. But oh yeah, well, the helmet was a Black Series helmet, but yeah, I mean, I did a lot of mods to it. It's it doesn't look like a Black Series anymore. My helmet looks more like an Anovos helmet than a Black Series. In fact, a lot of people think that it is an Anovos, but it's not, because it looks a lot like one. Yeah, well, sewing is definitely a major skill you need to make that costume, because there's a lot of sewing and a lot of advanced sewing. I had sewing in home ec in middle school, and I had some basic sewing skills, but Kylo Ren kind of made my sewing skills a lot more advanced than they were. Yeah, my girlfriend said her boyfriend's a domestic goddess. I sew stuff. I sewed Ella's sweatshirt back together too. She had a hole in like the armpit of her favorite sweatshirt. I sewed it back together. So I can do cool stuff like that too. Yeah, and scrunchies. And we made scrunchies. And I oop. Gotta have scrunchies. George, I was sad to see Shamim leave, but I'm sure he had his reasons. I know he had a new girlfriend, but I think the tax man might have caught up to Shamim too. He was monetized on YouTube. He was selling saber fonts and he was installing lightsabers. And my guess is the tax man caught up to him. I think he had to immediately terminate any sources of income, is my guess. So I'm guessing that's why he left. But I miss Shamim. I don't have any ill respect toward him at all. I mean, I'm sad that he's gone. Maybe he did leave for his girlfriend. That's all up for conjecture. Who knows? But he may very well have got a girlfriend and said, "Toodles lightsabers, I got a girl to be with." Because all us nerds, we're lucky if we can find any girl that wants to be with us. Yeah, Ray, I'm not sewing any more Kylos. One was enough. No more Kylos. From now on, I'll be gluing plastic together. I am currently building my TK armor, and it's taking forever because the lightsaber stuff got out of control. Well, George, I intend to stay around. Now, I may not be as high profile as Shamim, or I don't have any, to be honest with you, I don't have any aspirations to be as big as Shamim. I kind of like building 1 or 2 sabers a month, and that's about it. Hey, happy Monday, Bobby. But that's cool that your girlfriend likes lightsabers. But yeah, I mean, I to me this is a hobby, and my life sustenance isn't building lightsabers. I actually enjoy it. There's something rewarding about all this soldering and wiring and engineering and solving problems, and then putting it all together, and then hitting the button and all that stuff works.
Surely we can be civilized about this. Our guests have arrived. You're wasting your time.
So yeah, that's rewarding that you can take a piece of metal like this and put all that stuff in it and make it do all the crazy stuff that we have it doing. So it's a lot of fun. But hey, look, I'm going to cut this one short this week. Next week, I'll bring these sabers in. Hopefully, they'll be up for sale. Pulling the kill key for the first time and hearing the boot, yep. I mean, it makes you smile. How can you not smile after all that work? Because a lot of times, and y'all will see it. And here's y'all's task for the week. So on this install video, you guys find the moment when I had a really, really, really geeky moment. It's in there. I'll give you a hint. It's when I was soldering in the soundboard. So go to the end of the video when I'm soldering the soundboard and find that moment, and somebody bring that in. Best speaker, right now I like the Smuggler's Outpost Premiums bass speaker. I'm really digging that speaker so far, and that's the speaker in this saber, and it's also the speaker that I installed in this saber. So I'm liking it. Will they hold up over the long term? I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully I've spent enough time on sabers this week with the 2 hours and 43-minute video, and that's done. And I need to get together with my girlfriend so we can lounge and do nothing. So it's been a long day. And her daughter's bugging the mess out of me right now. They want me off of this stream. So yep, Enoch Route 505. I hope everyone else has a great week too. It's a short week, 4 days. Let's get through 4 days. Tuesday's our new Monday. And oh yeah, Obsidian Gamer. Hopefully it helped. I'm hoping that video helps you guys. It was a lot of fun making them. Yeah, y'all have a good evening too. Yeah, the younglings here. They're just driving them nuts trying to be quiet while I'm on video. And the youngling can't even be still. The youngling's driving me crazy. At any rate, I'm going to go enjoy my evening with her until I have to go back to work tomorrow, like my normal job. And we'll see you guys next week. So hashtag nerd up, and be nice to nerds. And if you see another nerd doing something that doesn't look good, like with soldering, then be nice to them and tell them how they could do it better. There's no need in being violent and trash talking each other. Nerd up. I agree with Jeff Birch here. Y'all have a good night, and I'm going to as soon as I end this stream. And y'all have a good week, and we'll see you next Monday. Hashtag nerd up. Later, gang. Thanks for stopping by.